In today's video, we are heading on a 3,500-mile road trip in my 40-year-old truck. I bought a camper to take us there so we can have a place to stay. So let me show you the camper and we're gonna get ready for the trip and head out to Ohio for the King of the VE Pump event. So before we hit the road, there's a few things we need to do to the truck. There's also a few things we need to do to the camper so we can haul this thing across the country and have a safe, fun trip. I went out and bought this in-bed camper. It's a pop-up camper. Found it for a deal. So me, my wife, and Clessy are gonna head out to Ohio. There's the inside. So if you've ever owned a truck bed camper, you know there's these hooks right here and there's hooks on the truck, and you use these little contraptions to connect the two so that it can safely stay secured to the bed. The problem is I've never had a truck bed camper in this truck, so I don't have tie downs on the truck. So in typical decent garage fashion, we're gonna build some. All right, so here's how the rear tie down turned out. Again, I just put the 2-inch tube into where the receiver hitch is, welded it in there. We've got our 1.5-inch tube coming out here, so I can loosen this set bolt and we can move it. We've got about 16 inches of movement, and it is solid. Then right here's the front one. This is the driver's side, same thing. We've got a set bolt. What I did is I bolted it in to the bottom of the frame rail there, and then up there I did one bolt there. Now you may think just one bolt there is not enough, but if you think about the mechanics of this is pulling up on here, which is actually providing a compressive force at that part of the frame rail. So as long as we've got those two bolts, it should be just fine. And it is solid, no movement, so these are good to go. All right, we're loaded up, we're ready to hit the road, but something just came in the mail that I ordered for this trip and I didn't think it was gonna make it in time, but it showed up. Let me show you what that is and then we'll hit the road. So kind of the main downside about this pop-up camper is it doesn't have a water heater, which means it doesn't have a shower. So I reached out to a company called Camplux. They make this portable water heater shower. Told them I wanted to try it out. So let's get this thing installed and see if we can get some hot water coming out of this. Maybe we'll have a shower on the trip. So I put these hooks up here. They're just the 3M sticky hooks, removable. So hung 2 of those up there. The unit comes with this kind of handle that folds in and out. So that's where the unit's gonna be when we use it. When we're not using it, we can stow it away. So that just quick connects into there, our hot water. Quick connects on there. We can hook our shower head on there. And then we've got our pump. We'll just set it right here. Plugged in. And we've got our water pickup tube right here. It also comes with the correct gas fitting, so we're just gonna run this up here. I bought kind of a splitter gas fitting, so we've got this and the other gas appliances hooked up, the heater and the stove. So there it is. I think I need to fill a jug with water and we're ready to rock and roll. There we go. Pump's going, you can hear it light up. Whew. Dang, that is super hot. Looks like we need to tighten a couple of the fittings down. Ooh, that's nice. We ordered and have inside this like pop-up canopy thing that's a shower, like a little shower stall, so we're gonna use that. But this is a sweet setup. I'll put a link to this in the description. As of right now, I like it. It does what I want it to do. For a camper that doesn't have a water heater or a shower, this thing works perfect. So now that we have that installed, it's time to get everything completely loaded up and hit the road. All right, so here's the rig. The truck is ready to go. Looks good. For those of you who haven't seen, here's the inside of the truck. 6-speed manual transmission, nice leather seats, center console. Got a bunch of tools just in case. This is some parts I'm selling to someone. And then we've got the camper all loaded up. I showed you guys the tie downs. They work really, really well. We're taking the trailer because I'm picking something up for someone who needs it hauled from Nebraska to Ohio. Make a little fuel money. So we're gonna be towing this pretty much empty trailer till Nebraska, and then we'll have a couple 100 pounds on there, maybe 1,000 pounds. Got a generator borrowed from a buddy. Got an icy breeze, also borrowed from a buddy. Got our canopy. We're gonna throw some camp chairs in here. So let's hit the road. We'll see what we see. I'll show you the camper along the way, some of the features, and should be a fun road trip. So here we go. All right, so here's our first fill up. We had 281.6 divided by 22.25, 12.65. So that's about what I expected. Going from Utah County all the way to Evanston is uphill the whole way. So we'll track it again on another leg. We're going across the plains, so we should be able to get it around 14 even with this load on it. All right, so next fill up, I already did the math, 14.29. That is really good considering the circumstances, so we'll take that. All right, we are at our first stop. It is a rest stop in just outside of Olalla, Nebraska, I think. Got the purr of the Peterbilt to put us to sleep, but we've got the camper popped up. These are some cool lights I got off Amazon. They're solar and they're motion censored. So for example, if you come back here, whoop, there's one over there too. Whoop. So I got 2 on each side, turned out really cool. So we're gonna call it a night. We're only gonna get a few hours of sleep because this is where we're gonna pick up some parts from the guy at the dyno event. So we gotta wake up in a couple hours, but we'll get a couple hours of sleep, pick this stuff up, drive a few hours, and then we'll take a nap during the hottest part of the day. So let's get to bed.
4 hours later.
Check out this that we picked up. This is not for me, this is for Brian, who's gonna be at the event, but this is right there, a dynamometer. So this is a dyno, old school. We'll call it Dino the Dinosaur. But Brian's the type of guy that'll get this thing working and make something of it. So we're gonna haul this down to Ohio so he can get it home. But it's kind of nice to have a load on the trailer. It rides really nice now. So day 2 on the road. We're in Nebraska. I don't know where we're trying to get to today, either Illinois possibly Indiana. That's like a 13-14 hour haul, but that'll leave us very little to drive tomorrow. So we only got 2 hours of sleep last night. So if I get tired, we're gonna pull over and just take a nap. We did the same thing yesterday. Just pulled over, found some shade, found some grass, took a little nap. Gotta love the power nap. So let's hit the road. Update from the road. We are in a little town called Cameron, Illinois. It's a cool little town. Quaint, if I had to use a word to describe it. Sarah says it feels like it's a town that should be in the show like Gilmore Girls. So we got some food here, right there. What do we got? Some type of salad. Clessy ate, Clessy pooped, Clessy peed. He's good to go. So we got a couple more hours, and then we're gonna leave 4 more hours to drive tomorrow. So we're almost there. Going good so far, no issues. So we're stopping for gas, and I know some of you guys are asking me, what do I take with me on a trip like this to ensure that we don't run into any issues? And if we do, how do we get out of that pickle? So let me show you what I've got. So on the trailer, I got my truck toolbox. I just strapped it down, works really well. And here's what I've got in it. So I've got more brake fluid, coolant, gear oil, tranny fluid, oil, and actually this is power steering, that's brake fluid, and an extra fuel filter. And I've got bearing grease, extra oil filter, funnel. So those are all the fluids that I may end up needing, hopefully not, but who knows. I've got my bottle jack, I've got my jump box, tire repair kit, jumper cables, and my tire iron, washer fluid. This is actually our dump hose for the black tank. This is an inverter, and then all my ratchet straps. And got a pry bar down there, and my bar for the bottle jack, and then a longer funnel right there. So that's what I carry in this toolbox. And then in the truck, I've got my socket set with a bunch of tools. I've got some power tools, lights and stuff. So we've got 2 little DeWalt bags full of this one's power tools, this one is just other miscellaneous tools, and then I do have a roll bag right here with pliers, wrenches, all my different metric and SAE wrenches, knives, flashlights, anything I may need. So that's all the tools I bring. So knock on wood, we haven't run into any issues yet, but if we do, we should be pretty prepared. So that's what I carry on a road trip like this. Alright, we were right outside Decatur, Illinois. It just got too late last night. I got super tired. So we decided to stop, sleep, pop the camper up, and glad we did. Feels good to be rested. So we're gonna hit the road now. We got 5 hours more to go, so we are almost there. This event was phenomenal. So fun to be here. We're gonna try and make this an annual thing. I don't know if it'll always be in Ohio. We're gonna try and do it somewhere fairly central though. I think we're gonna try and get it out to Nebraska. But any of you first gen guys should be coming to these events. It was a blast. Really cool guys, really down to earth, a different environment than some of the other truck meets, which I really enjoyed. So hopefully enjoyed that. We gotta hit the road. 25 hours, get this thing home. So we had to stop for fuel. The AC has been working, but with the humidity here, it's still been a little hot in here. So what I did is I busted out this thing. This is called an Icy Breeze, and my buddy Brett let me use it. Fill it up with ice and water. It's like a cooler. It's got an actual radiator in there, and it's got this splitter with 2 hoses here. And this is nice, super cold air, so we're just ghettoing it here in the humid Midwest. Clessy, it gets super hot, and with this humidity, we need to keep it cool for him, so this is for him. So thanks, Brett, for letting me use this. I had to move the toolbox back to here on the trailer because I realized it was right here and I was worried about this happening, but this jack, when I made a turn, hit it and kind of pulled out just a little bit. So, bummer. I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I thought that might happen and I should have just moved it originally, but I guess we'll have to fix this. Luckily it's not too bad. You know, I can fix it, so we'll get that fixed, but let's let Clessy go potty. Where did he go? There he is. I think we've run into our first issue with the truck. The AC has quit working and my tack signal has stopped, which, if you've ever watched my videos, two hypotheses for that. Either the PCM's going out or the crank position sensor's going out. Let me show you. So AC, we have it turned off because it's even hotter with it on. Here's what my tack is reading. All the way at 3,000. Luckily, I'm still charging. That's the other major thing controlled by either the CPS or the PCM. If that goes out, that could be a bad day. So we'll see what it is. I'm going to keep going while we keep charging. We're going straight into a headwind. The truck's running a little hot. This is really hot outside. I'm running 65 miles per hour and I'm at 1100 EGT. So we're really pushing against this wind. So I don't know if that has to do something with it, but the fact that the tack and the AC both went out makes me think it's maybe the PCM or the CPS. Alright guys, we are in somewhere in the mountains in Colorado. It's super pretty here, it's nice and cool. I did not fix the issue yet with the tack and the AC, and actually the speedometer quit working, so I need to address that, but I'm going to address that when I get home because I want to do a video for you guys on, in the healthcare industry we call it differential diagnosis, so how to identify what the problem is, how to troubleshoot it, how to go through the reasoning process to figure out what it is and figure out a solution. So I'm going to use this issue to teach you guys how I think through that, because I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a diesel trained mechanic, but I'm able to use that process to figure stuff out. So look forward to that video. We're gonna hit the road. I found a Power Stroke intercooler about 2 hours down the road that I'm gonna pick up for the OG crew cab. So we're gonna pick that up and we're gonna try and make it home tonight. It's gonna be a long night of driving, but we should be able to make it home. All right guys, we did it. That was an awesome road trip. 3,500 miles in this truck. It's almost 35 years old. We did a dyno run. I'm gonna do another video all on the dyno event, so stay tuned for that video. This is sweet. I'm loving the camper. I've got a jack here I've got to fix. I've already pulled it off. I may show that in another video, but so far this setup is awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you guys in the next one.